Hi, everyone. Welcome to Navigating New Narratives with Cheyenne and Raynell. And we're together in her new home, enjoying each other's company, having a good time together. Yeah, just happy to be back here to see everybody. Kind of weird to be back in Thunder Bay, not going to be honest, but I love it. And yeah. What are we going to talk about today? We're here together for after forever. We get to
Yeah,
record together.
it's been like pretty much since the summertime, which for some people doesn't feel like that long ago, but for us not seeing each other for that amount of time, it's definitely been a long time.
Yeah.
So I think some of the things we're going to talk about, I guess it's just going to be pretty free flowing, but I think kind of what's fitting for right now is discussing um like life doesn't always go the way that we want it, and we encounter difficult times. And for folks that are in recovery or on their wellness journey, it can be difficult, right? We have, speaking from experience, and Cheyenne can elaborate on that in a little bit, but speaking from experience, like when I go through something really difficult during my wellness journey, I sometimes think about using sometimes. So, and I think that might be common. That might not be everybody, and it might depend on how long you're into your journey for.
Hmm.
But I think it pops into people's minds. So, like, I think what we're going to address right now is like, how do we, like, what are some strategies that we've used that have helped us during those times, and kind of like just going from there.
Yeah. Um, for me, like obviously everybody kind of knows that I went through a very difficult time this past couple of days or like week. Um, and I don't know, like I was pretty upfront on my page about using more of my prescribed medication than I normally would have because I was going through so much distress at the time. And like, but for me, I didn't consider that like, for me, I don't consider it like using or like a setback at all. It was just like an appropriate response to my situation at the time. Like it was just something that like there was no way I was, well, I mean, obviously if I didn't have them there, there was going to have to be a way that I would calm down, but like it really helped at that time to calm me down. But I guess it's not the most healthiest coping mechanism. I mean, I do suffer from panic disorder and like anxiety and things like that. So it's a little bit different, but I guess a lot of people that were in addiction probably suffered with that stuff too. So, um, I'm not great at this topic. That's the problem. I don't have great coping mechanisms. I lean on Raynell for almost anything and everything that is logical. Like whenever it comes to a logical explanation for something, I'm like, okay, right now, this is what has happened. This is what I am doing. This is this is how I have responded. And she will be like, okay, so first of all, number one, you should not have done that. But number two,
Yeah.
now that it is done, this is how you're going to figure it out. Because I think you use your brain a lot more than I do, and I use my heart a lot more than I do, and it or you do. Then like you like your brain can overpower your heart sometimes. My heart has a hard time distinguishing
Your
between
heart leads your
yes,
decisions.
yes,
Yes.
and it's difficult. But I am deciding to take intensive trauma treatment. So, and I'm going to tell you right now, even just making the phone call for the trauma treatment made me feel icky inside. Is that not like the weirdest? Like it made me where I felt uncomfortable. Like I wanted to get rid of that uncomfortable feeling.
I feel like that's normal. So,
Yeah.
like, for anybody out there who has made those types of phone calls, or you're looking for external help for something that you haven't really addressed, like and it's even when you make that phone call to go to treatment, it's uncomfortable because it's also unknown. And well, in this case, when you're into your wellness journey and
Yeah.
you haven't really addressed certain things and you know this is something I need to do. It's the unknown, and you know the things you're going to be confronting isn't going to be easy.
It's
But
something you haven't ever confronted.
But
Like,
that's the thing.
yeah,
But the reason that that response happens, and I'm just speaking from my own experience, like I have no medical, I don't know anything except my own experiences and
yeah,
the way I feel about this. But confronting those types of things, that's it's hard.
yes,
And there's a reason for a long time why we use substances to avoid all of those types of things. So I think that
yeah,
response is completely normal.
yeah,
Um, but I think for your situation, like that's it's important.
right.
I think it's super important that we address um, situations that are causing us difficulty. Addressing and confronting those things is healthy.
Yeah,
It doesn't feel like a good thing when you're reaching out for support sometimes, but I think it's necessary.
yeah,
And growth comes from discomfort,
right.
moving through those things. Like if we only stayed with things that are familiar and keep us in our comfort zone, there's no room for growth.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with accepting feedback. If you don't ask for feedback, then you can't grow, right?
Hmm.
So, and it's a huge thing.
Yeah. And it's weird. It's because like I can take like people show me, you've shown me my dad, like Steve, everybody has shown me my maladaptive behaviors. I see my maladaptive behaviors of coping, and I don't mind changing those maladaptive behaviors, but I still don't want to address. I don't even know what healing from my trauma would look like. Like I don't even
Yeah.
know what it would even entail. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like what is that? What is he? Like what would that feel like? I don't even know. I just know what I have been doing since I was a child. And right now I can obviously do things a lot different in like a different way. I've been through a lot and I'm not as naive anymore. Like a lot of it had to do with naivety, like the stuff that I was doing and going through. Like I'm more of an adult now, like, and I, things like that. But I do notice like maladaptive behaviors, and I know that like they stem from trauma. And I don't even know. Like, I honestly don't even know where that would even begin. Like, it's so easy with substance use, right? It's like stop the substance.
Yeah.
Like, it's like that's your goal. It's like, what's my goal with trauma healing? Do you know what I mean? Like, what's what am I working on? Like, what am I
Like,
don't
how is it gonna
Yeah,
help?
like how is it going to help? Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, and you say like staying in your comfort zone, like being busy constantly is what makes me comfortable. But then there's those moments where the second I feel uncomfortable, I want to do something to make that feeling go away.
Yeah.
And those uncomfortable feelings shouldn't even be there, right?
Well, I think that's because you haven't had the opportunity to let yourself sit and heal and just sit with the
I've
uncomfortability.
never.
Like that has been your strategy is just we talked about this on the phone not that long ago. It's like you're just on to the next. When
Yeah.
you complete something that's amazing, you're just like, okay, what's next? What's next? Let's go to the next.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's do that. And and it's beautiful. Like you're so motivated, but I think you're motivated sometimes
In
for
the
the wrong
for
reasons.
completely.
For the wrong reasons. It's not because it is because you want to achieve things, which is beautiful,
Right.
but I think that's also your excuse
Yeah.
because you
Yeah.
don't want to sit with uncomfortable feelings.
And it's that, and it's also safety. It's a feeling of
Yes.
safety for me because
Yes.
it's like the more that I can achieve, the safer I am in like my whole like if I can make sure that I can rely on myself. Like
Yeah.
if I have a PhD, if I have, money in the bank, if I have um like this certificate and I have this connection and this job and this that, then the more I pile on, the more safe I feel because it's like, okay, now I can turn to all of these different avenues if I were to ever, because
It's
what happened,
almost like building an external armor, which is something that
yes,
we used to
yes,
do because then you feel protected. Those are also things that people can't take away from you.
exactly.
So but that's all. So when we talk about building armor,
Yeah,
though, it's just another form of things that we used to do, but in different ways,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
And
love
it's
I
like
love you.
yeah, I love you. I love that I love that like you understand it and and I think it's very rare that somebody with so much understanding myself because I do get it,
Yeah, you do.
but it's like why am I not doing anything about it? You know? It's like I can see it, but I can't stop it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, because some people don't have that internal insight, but I have all the internal insight.
I think that so this is another reason why I think healing is and addressing things like actually confronting stuff is important because you see it, but I think a part of and I could be wrong. This is me making a massive assumption and I apologize if it's incorrect, but I
No.
think you just you okay, I don't even know how to
No, you say it. That a best friend is not a best friend if they don't just say what they need to say, whether it's gonna like they say the truth, whether they think it's gonna hurt or not. They tell you how they feel and the truth. Because if they don't, that's not a best friend.
Yeah, so I think like a lot like you know these things, but you ignore your own feelings because I feel like a part of you doesn't trust yourself. Like
A hundred percent.
you okay.
You're like you are so right about that.
You don't trust the decisions you're making because although you lead with your heart, you are a logical person, but you don't trust it.
No.
You don't trust your response. And I think it's also because trauma is creeping in and you've been punished any time you have made decisions or spoken up,
Hmm.
and you've never been allowed to really make your own decisions
Nope.
previously.
Nope.
You haven't done that.
Nope.
And I think that's another reason why the trauma center that you're going to be going to is so important for you because you don't trust your inner dialogue for yourself because you've never been allowed in the previous experiences that you've gone through
Yeah.
to do any of that
And
stuff.
this is like from child to
Yeah.
now. Like I have people like I've never had autonomy, like where I am my own person and I can make my own decision. Like I've always been in control, but I was never actually the one in control. It was like a false sense of control.
Yeah.
You know, like it was like, yeah, I've and not to say anything bad about my parents or anything, but like to this day they still tell me how I should live my life and what I need to do. And no matter what, like, you're right. Like, I don't trust anything about myself. I trust no decision that I make because every decision I've ever made thus far in my life has been horrible, like a horrible decision. But I know I'm making good decisions now, but like you said, for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
I'm making good decisions because I'm building myself armor.
Yeah.
I'm building a castle, a fortress around me,
Yeah.
so that nobody can get to me if they want to. But the funny thing is this army that I'm building, or this castle, or this fortress, is built off of Play-Doh blocks because the second anybody tries to get in, they'll get in. It's not even a good armor. I'm telling you right now, like I know I don't even trust my own armor
Yeah.
that I'm building. Like it's I'm so weak when it comes to anything. Like if I were like I could put up a boundary and I'll get like a little something that goes against that boundary and then I'll be like, oh, well then maybe this and then well maybe I can do this and then it's like you have told like no and then like even Steve will be like no and my dad's like no and I'll be like but like you know what I
There's
mean?
always the
It's
but.
always a but like
Yeah.
but what about like oh well like they didn't mean this or like this is that like and it's horrible. And that is, I don't know if it's just my personality or if it is just from trauma. I don't, it could be a combination of both. Who knows?
It could be.
Yeah.
It could be. So I think what we're trying, like this whole conversation is acknowledging the fact that we all take different routes. And
Yeah.
um,
Well,
even though it's difficult to make certain decisions, it's necessary.
yeah.
Being sitting in uncomfortable thoughts is uncomfortable, and nobody wants to be uncomfortable. Like that's the natural human response.
Right.
But we have to, I think it's important that we accept that that is part of growth,
Yeah.
and that we really have to, at least for myself, this is the way that I try to live my life, and I'm not perfect. Like I struggle too and I go through things, but like I really try to just sit with things and think things through the best that I can. And I sometimes I'm grateful for the difficult times. And I made a post not that long ago that like I will say thank you to my higher power when good things happen to me.
Yeah.
But why can't I say thank you to my higher power when things are difficult and I'm confronted with a learning opportunity to navigate through difficult situations? We can't just say thank you for all the good things that happen, but not acknowledge, and this is key, not acknowledge the difficult times. Because if everything was just perfect all the time, where's the opportunity to grow?
Exactly.
Where's the opportunity to continue to build our resilience and see if the things that we've learned are actually instilled within us, right? We are going to experience difficult times. No matter what, things are never going to go the way we want them all the time. And that's okay. And I think acknowledging and just sitting there and saying, well, hey, this fuck or this sucks.
Yeah.
Pardon my language.
Yes, we're
This
trying not to
sucks.
swear on this anymore. And I'm only doing this because I want to read a quote to you of exactly what we're talking about right now. But go ahead with what you were saying.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I'm on here, just looking for that for you guys for in a second.
So we can sit in uncomfortable and acknowledge. And I think this is one thing that Cheyenne needs to do is try to sit with the uncomfortable and say, yeah, this sucks,
Yeah.
and just sit with it, acknowledge it, and come up with a strategy instead of saying, do you know what, I'm not going to think about it. I'm just, what can I do right now to keep me busy so I don't have to address it? Because I think when that happens, you're just
Oh yeah.
stockpiling, and it's sitting on top of the trauma that's causing that behavior. And she's aware of that. I'm aware of that. So we're just bringing it forward to you guys so you can acknowledge, like, hey, is this a strategy or a coping mechanism that I'm using? Is it
Right.
the best one? So some of the things that I do is like I said, I sit and I say, well, this sucks.
Yeah.
What can I learn from this? What is the lesson here? And then come up with a solution on how to continue to move forward. But the point is, I acknowledge it. I acknowledge my emotions attached to it, and I accept it,
Yeah.
and I move forward the best that I can. And a lot, like Cheyenne always talks about how she comes to me with everything. I go to her with everything as well.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I think community and support is huge, is huge.
Huge.
And I
Yeah.
just wanted to remind all of our listeners here that like there's ways you can contact us when you visit our website. Like we're also available for anybody who needs someone that they can trust to talk to.
Right.
There are resources available for that, so feel free to do that.
And we're currently in the process of becoming regulated professionals in that field. So, like with a regulatory body. So, we are there to help, and and it's funny. I'm talking about me with my trauma and all the things that I need, but even counselors need counselors, or people that are
Yeah,
like nobody's perfect, right? And it's funny when you were
100%.
talking about uncomfortability because I noticed even just now when we were talking, I'm like going like this with my fingers. And I'm just noticing this like as we're in this video. I think I'm never comfortable. If I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think there's ever a moment in my life in from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed that I'm actually comfortable. I think that I have developed so many things that just keep me level and comfortable. So I don't even think that I think that sometimes the uncomfortability creeps up, but I think it's always there. I don't think it ever goes away. And I think like that's something I kind of just noticed now. My son's kind of calling me. He's like, that's fine, I can do it. But I wanted to read something out of the book that I've been reading called Chasing the Scream, which I won't stop talking about this book because it is absolutely fabulous. Um, so it's like talking about this place in the downtown east side of Vancouver. This woman bought a hotel, and she just let anybody and everybody come and live in it. One of the ladies that was living there came back and she had blood all over her face. She was beat up, and the woman that ran the place. She picked her up. She walked her to her room. So I'm just going to read a little passage from the book. So one night, Hannah came back to the Portland shaking with blood seeping from a blow to her head. I remember picking her up and holding her in my arms like a little child and walking her to her room. Liz told me Hannah stammered that she had been beaten up and raped. And I remember just listening her say to me over and over again, "It's my fault. I deserve this. It's my fault. I'm a bad person." And on the little table beside Hannah, there was her alcohol and her heroin and a needle. And Liz, who had never wanted to use drugs, looked at them and looked at Hannah and thought, which of these things on your bedside table can I give you to take your pain away? And at that moment, I understood what addiction did for people. It was like in an instant, I made a connection to those black moments in my life where I felt that way, when I wanted to die, when I felt that I was a bad person. The survivors of childhood trauma are often left with the sense of self hatred all their lives. Liz saw now, and that is why so many of them turn to the strongest anesthetic that they can find. It's not a spasm of irrationality. It meets a need. It takes away the pain for a while. And that is like a woman who has never been addicted. She just understood it. Like, and even though I'm not using drugs anymore to take away this pain, I've replaced it with something else to take away that pain. Do you know what I mean? And I just thought that was such a beautiful passage in that book, like where if only people could understand that it's almost like the people with the softest souls that can't, um, like the pain is too much, you know? And it's like, and it also talks in this book about the fact that sometimes you can't take away a habit without replacing it with something else. People think that you can, but you can't. So I'm replacing mine with um, unhealthy habits. So that's what I'm doing. I'm creating an army and a shelter with unhealthy habits. I've replaced my old drug addiction habit with something unhealthy. Raynell, on the other hand, has replaced it with healthy habits. So, but it has to be replaced. Like it has to. You have to fill that that void still. You still need to fill it. So what I need to learn, or what people that are in recovery need to learn, um, is how to fill that void in a good and healthy way, and something that doesn't make them, you know, constantly uncomfortable and just living at a baseline, like I'm doing, pretty much. So I don't know, like what Raynell was saying, you know, like she feels like community is huge. Like it's helped me tremendously ever since Raynell and I became best friends. It's like, is somebody here?
Come here, Jordy.
I don't know if somebody is here. Yeah, so just talking about hard times in sobriety, they're gonna come, and you know, give yourself grace.
Yeah.
That's a big one, is to give yourself grace. Not everything is going to be perfect. You don't get sober and then your life is perfect after that. And then if you,
So much hard work
oh, it's so much hard
afterwards
work.
during the whole period. Like that's life.
Yeah, that
That's
exactly,
life,
exactly.
right?
And if you don't think that there's going to be setbacks or things that you're going to do that are going to question, like me taking those extra pills, I could have taken that and I could have spun it in such a way where it's like, oh, well, there you go. You know what I mean? Like you have to give yourself grace. Nobody is like, oh, go ahead.
So one of the things that I wanted to say, what one of the things that Cheyenne and I spoke about immediately after we had that conversation originally, um, like I am so proud of her because I was worried.
Yeah,
I'm so proud of her for announcing it publicly right away because we hear this all the time that secrets make you sick.
right.
Now, she could have sat with that and not told anybody out of fear of judgment and all the other things, but she didn't.
Yeah,
She acknowledged what she did. She knew the reasons why, and she shared it with other people. Do you know why? Because also accountability is super important.
yeah,
We spend a lot of time during when we're using substances making horrible decisions that meet a need in the moment.
yeah,
But when we're on a wellness journey in recovery, we look back and we're like, well, that wasn't the greatest thing, but we did it out of survival.
Right.
So secrets keep us sick. And sharing that people can hold you accountable in a way, and also she holds herself accountable,
Yeah.
right? Acknowledging it. So I just want to say for anybody who's ever had difficult times and say has gone and done something and they haven't shared it. Try to hold yourself accountable, give yourself grace,
Yeah.
absolutely. But
Yeah.
acknowledging it and realizing maybe wasn't the best way, but it was the way that I've
Yeah.
known.
Yeah.
It's worked previously,
Yeah.
and you move forward. But
Exactly.
always, secrets keep us sick.
Yeah.
Don't hold things back. That's why another thing, you need someone who's not necessarily connected in your inner circle. Like you can come and share. Like I said, we do peer mentorship. You can come and share with us. Like we're there for people, but don't keep things secret.
No, exactly.
But
And I do apologize too. I want to say on this episode too. I know a lot of people reach out to me when they're in in need, and a lot of the times I don't have like because I do all of these crazy things and I'm so busy that I don't have the time to respond right away. And I want to apologize to a lot of people that I may respond to very much later on. It's not out of anything to do besides the fact that sometimes I just get a little bit overwhelmed. And I think Rainelle does too. And I think
yeah,
that once we get a little bit further in our what we're trying to accomplish here, we will have more support to help us go and be able to help more people because you can't, like people say, you can't pour from an empty cup.
yeah,
And when we're drained so bad, we were supposed to record an episode like this for, I'm not kidding you, I think the past 2 months, and we have not. We were supposed to do just Raynell and Cheyenne episode, and it was like, I'm too tired tonight, like I have to go to sleep, or like, oh man, this came up, I have to do this. And it's just like, it's we're like we get it's a lot of work. I don't think
yeah,
people realize how much work it is. So it's just I'm really hoping that everything with this what we're trying to do, I hope it can be as big, I can reach as far and wide as possible. But just to remember as well, like the wellness group, like come to
yeah,
the wellness group.
absolutely.
We're going to that's that there we go. Like it's sorry, I forgot about that. Like we're going to be launching that November 1st. Well, the first Thursday of November. So when will that be? So November 6th will be the first meeting of the wellness group.
Collective,
Yeah, the
yeah.
wellness collective. So we'll send out Zoom links to everybody that wants to attend. We were thinking like Thursdays at like 7 or something, probably
Yeah.
something like that. We kept it on Thursdays because that's the release date of our episodes. But there's a great opportunity to come and share with us because we'll be there every one of those nights.
Yeah. And
Um,
then start building a
yes,
community.
from there that you
Yeah.
can go and grow from. So, and that's for everybody. Like I'm talking everybody. Like if you I don't care where you are in your life, and I don't care if you've even ever never done drugs before and you just need support because you're lonely, or you need support because of domestic violence, or you need support because you're a mom whose kid is on the streets and you don't know. I don't care. Like you don't need to be I don't care what the heck it is. It is a group for people to become well together in whatever they have going on in their
In a
life
respectful
in a
manner.
respectful manner and
And
celebrate
dignity.
and dignity and showing that you matter and you are and we want to celebrate every milestone with you.
Yeah.
Every milestone. Like if you went to bed that night and you fell asleep instantly and had the best sleep that night because you went to that group and like people made you feel good, like I want to celebrate you the next day. Like,
Yeah.
yes, like you had a great night's sleep. I'm not even joking. Like it's like little things like that. Like
Those are
you
huge
those
deals.
are huge deals. You don't need to hit huge miles. 5 years sobriety, 10 years sobriety. I graduated from university. Like we don't need to, we shouldn't have these big markers. Let's just make little markers, little tiny steps at a time to show your growth because every little step counts and it's all those little steps that lead to the big one. So,
Absolutely.
yeah. So I'm really excited for this wellness collective to
Yeah,
start.
me too.
Um, yeah. And the Bills game is starting in 15 minutes. for the Bills. I'm told that maybe I have some haters because I'm a Bills fan, but that's okay. I don't care. I'm a Bills fan for life.
Oh, I don't even want to say
And
it,
Raynell
but
doesn't even Raynell will cheer for any team that is not the
that's
Bills.
not the
That's
Bills.
not the Bills.
So I don't
So
know who's playing
the
today, but I'm
Panther,
going for
the
them.
Panthers. So yeah, so
Go
she
Panthers.
whatever one it is that is like playing the Bills, that's the one she's cheering for.
Yeah, the
But
Panthers are going to win for sure.
they're not. But there was something wrong with Josh Allen the past two games. Like something he was not playing correctly. Something was up. I don't know.
Isn't that your like best player on
That's
that team?
that's the quarterback.
Yeah.
That's my boyfriend. That is my celebrity boyfriend. And we will never speak
See,
bad about Josh Allen.
see,
Hmm.
the Panthers are playing. We got a shot. We got this. Go Panthers, go.
Is it the Panthers?
Oh my God.
I don't even know.
Tell me that it's something different. I'm gonna be embarrassed right
No,
now.
you're gonna be embarrassed. I'm the one that's the football fan. Who are we playing tonight or today? Panthers, yes.
Okay.
Okay, yes. Okay.
See?
I was right. I was correct. That would have been embarrassing on my part. Um, but yeah, so we're just talking about that kind of stuff. It's like it's very much and it even talks about that in that book that you can't just take away somebody's habit and not replace it with a different one, but it's just learning about replacing them with good ones. And yeah, and just really like just meeting people where they're at. And yeah, and I just like it that I'm honest
Yeah.
with you guys about me because I've had so many people, you're so strong, you motivate me, you're inspirational, and it's just like, thank you, I love that, but I just want to let you know, like, I'm not healed. Like I would love that you would look up to me and that's beautiful, um,
But we're
but
only
we're all
human.
yeah, but we're only human. Like
Yeah.
I'm not close to where I want to be in my life personally, like inside, like maybe I've done a lot outwardly, but internally I have a lot of work to do. So yeah, so I just want like our viewers to know that,
Yeah.
and I would say go to Raynell. I would say go to Raynell and ask for inner support because she's so much more healed than I am in a way. Like I know I don't want to say people say it's not healed, it's healing, like because it's
Yeah.
because it's continuous. So she's been on her healing journey a lot longer than I have. So you know what's kind of funny is that this like lamp makes it look like we're like not together at this time. Like we're like
It
two
does.
like it's like with separate screen.
Yeah, it
I
does.
just noticed that. Right? I was like, no, we're actually
Yeah. Yeah, it does. So I didn't even notice that until you brought it up.
yeah, no, I've been noticing it for a while. I'm
Oh,
like, that's weird. It's like we did it on purpose. But yeah, no, yeah, just I'm starting to heal.
yeah.
I'm starting to heal.
I
So
think it's powerful, like even this far into your journey, that you're realizing this is something that needs to happen.
yeah,
You're taking the steps to do that, and that's huge, and that should be celebrated.
definitely.
I also just want anyone who's watching this, like if you have things that you do on your wellness journey that help you, or when you're having difficult moments, what are some strategies that you use? If you want to
Yeah.
put them in the comments below, we can share them for all of
Yeah.
our viewers on what are some of your strategies, what are some of the things that you would like to share with people watching, and even with us,
Yeah.
like Cheyenne said, we're always on a healing journey,
Yes.
wherever that may be. So it's like, I'd love to hear what some of you guys do. Maybe it's something I can incorporate into my routine, my schedule. Because like I said,
Right.
we're all human, we're all learning, we're all growing, and there might be something better out there that might be helpful. So list some things in the comments that help you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I would love it. And I would love
Yeah.
to hear them. And um, you know, I don't want to I don't know if I should say it.
Say it.
No, because it's about somebody else that told me something, and I just don't know if I should repeat what they told me. Somebody who is in my family.
You didn't even have to say that part.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Somebody that I know does the same thing as I do as a way to cope. And so that's why I think I have this coping mechanism that I do. Um, it's it's avoidance. A very avoidant personality type. Like you just avoid every emotion, every conversation, every uncomfortable feeling. And yeah, I know, like talking about it, I'm doing it. Like I'm always fidgeting. Yeah, so I mean, it is like it is a coping mechanism that is studied. Like it is one that is used. It's a very bad one. It is not a good one. I'll tell you that. So if you find yourself like me being an avoidant personality type, where you avoid uncomfortability, avoid conversations that you don't want to be having, um, or you find yourself always busy or always just distracting yourself or isolating yourself, reach out, come to that wellness collective because it's online
Yeah.
and you don't need to actually like get out of your house or like come and see people in person.
You don't even have to turn on your
That's what I
camera.
was just gonna say. You
Yeah.
don't even need to know who you are. You could be completely anonymous
Yeah. You can
and
sit there and just listen, be a
yeah,
part of it.
exactly.
Um, I think it's going to be a really like great, safe community and like Cheyenne was saying, inclusive
Yeah,
to all like all wellness journeys.
yeah,
Like all wellness journeys.
yeah,
So I've shared this before, so I'm gonna share it again. Like one of the things that I know is like I will have um a drink every few months. Individuals that do that type of thing, like you're welcome here. We celebrate you on
yeah,
your milestones.
100%.
Like that's a huge thing. There are programs out there where that wouldn't be the case for me. And
No,
and I've accepted that. That's fine. But that's
yeah,
one of the another reasons why we moved into developing this wellness collective. We
exactly.
want everybody to feel included, to feel welcome, to feel celebrated.
And
Like love is such a powerful thing.
yeah,
Community is such a powerful thing.
right.
So we just really want that for all folks to feel welcome no matter where you are at any point in your life end of.
And what's wrong with struggling? Like people struggle. Life
Yeah.
is hard. And if you come and you're struggling and like even if you're doing drugs once every month or something and
Yeah.
you feel so ashamed about doing it,
Don't feel
don't
ashamed.
feel ashamed. Come to the wellness collective and talk about it.
Yeah.
Stop shaming yourself for anything that you've done.
Yeah.
People are not perfect. Nobody is freaking perfect. And 90% of the people on this earth use substances in
One way or
some way,
another.
yeah, in some way, shape, or form. Just because they never ended up on the streets and homeless and lost everything, the 10% of the people that do that with the very bad trauma and all the other stuff, there's 90% of people that you don't know that are doing that every day in their houses and are not talking about it. So there's nothing to be ashamed
There
about.
shouldn't be.
No, there
Like
shouldn't.
unfortunately the way society is right now is
Yeah,
there's stigma, there's
totally.
discrimination.
Yeah,
Our space is none of those
no,
things.
nothing.
We love you, and I heard this when I was in second stage home.
Yeah,
Like we'll love you until you can love yourself. And I
exactly.
think that's so powerful.
Yeah,
And I think a lot of folks need that.
yeah,
Like and that's okay to admit like, hey, that I need that.
yeah,
So feel free to come to the Wellness
yeah,
Collective. Even just check it out. If it's not for you, it's not for you.
yeah.
If it is,
Even
fantastic.
if you're an active user, come to the wellness collective. Like
Yeah.
we want you there and talk about your what you're going through. Talk about what happened to you last night. If something horrible happened to you and you just need somebody to talk to, like
Or you had
that's
something
or
amazing.
something amazing
It
happened
goes
to you.
either or.
Whatever. Like I know a lot of the times on the street that was mostly bad. I mean, sometimes good things
Yeah.
happen, yeah.
Well, let's
But
acknowledge both sides of the
yeah,
coin,
that's
right?
true. Yeah.
When we're living in situations where horrible things are always happening, we really focus on only the horrible things. But let's acknowledge, you know, the good things too and
Yeah.
try to focus. Like I talked to I'm Sean about this all the time. I always try to be positive because
She's so positive. It's like,
I believe when you're positive, the universe sends out positivity back at you,
yeah,
back at you. So, but if we can try to um rewire our brains just the slightest, even in the smallest amounts, to focus more on positivity, even in the dark times,
yeah,
we might get more positivity. Like that's my experience. That's the way I live my life, and it
yeah,
seems to be working for me.
yeah.
So, like, let's try different strategies, which is another reason why I said, like, let's hear your strategies. What are
Yeah,
some of the things you
yeah,
do?
yeah, please, please. And please everybody come. Don't think that it's not for you. Don't think that you don't have a place in this. Everybody has a place in
Yeah.
this. Every single person on this earth. There's what, 8 billion people on earth? All 8 billion people on earth have a place in this wellness
Yeah.
collective. Doesn't matter.
Or if you know somebody that it might
Yes.
be useful for,
Yes.
family members,
Anybody.
anybody.
Yes.
Like it's open. We would love to see you there. We'd
Yeah.
love to have you.
Love to hear your story, anything. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. And that's where you can find us every week.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I do apologize, like the amount of messages that I get, and I'm so sorry that I can't sometimes, get back to all of you. And I know Raynell
Yeah.
has been telling me that that's been happening to her now, that all of this has been going on, and it's a little like she tries her absolute hardest to get back to everybody, and it's hard sometimes. It is hard, and I do apologize for that. And it's not done intentionally on either of our parts. I promise you that.
Yeah.
But you can find us every Thursday. So, that's I find comfort in that, knowing that they can
Yeah.
come and talk to us on those days. And we have a book that's going to, like, Raynell has created a book, which is absolutely incredible. Where she found the time to do that, I have no freaking clue, but she did. So this is her baby. She made it, and this book will be available to all of you, and once you've come to the collective and you've joined. And yeah, I'm super proud of her for doing that. So we're gonna, yes. So you'll know kind of the structure of it once you come, and
Yeah.
how we're gonna go about doing things. It's not just like a free for all
No.
thing. There's a method to the madness. I'll say that.
Yeah, and the first
Yes.
months we'll just be getting used to it.
Yeah.
You'll be learning alongside us. We'll see what's working, what could be changed, and
Yeah.
we'll make adjustments as needed. But all that really, the huge, huge message is this is a community for all.
Yes.
Like if there's one thing that I just like want to emphasize so strongly is this is community for all.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only one like kind of guideline that I want to throw in there is just like we just would love for you to respect
Yes.
individuals.
Yeah. Oh, that's the number one
Yes.
only restriction that there is that there's no judgment or discrimination
Yeah.
whatsoever. Because there's not one person on this earth that has the power to judge another person. Not
No.
one. Um, Including myself, and even to the people that are mean to me, are mean to Raynell, or mean to our organization. I don't even, I have said really stupid things back to them um, in the moment, but I don't even have a right to judge them at all. And the way that they maybe like degrade or belittle myself, Raynell, or our organization. I can't even judge them because I don't know what's going on in their lives to give them the reason to be doing that. And I don't
Yeah.
even know who it is. Like, I don't even know who any of those people are. So, and it could be for so many reasons. Like, the list could be endless. So I can't, assume anything. So I can't judge. And that's the thing, right? There's no, if you come in and you have a judgmental attitude, unfortunately, that's going to be the only thing that will have to,
Be
yeah,
addressed.
be addressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So that, yeah, that is the only stipulation. That's the word.
yeah.
The only stipulation. A
Stipulation.
stipulation.
Yeah.
Um, but I think this was a good episode. I have a lot of my family calling me right now, so I'm gonna let this one. I think this was a good one. We addressed some stuff that I've been going through. We addressed some We addressed some of the great ways that Raynell thinks about healing and how she helps me with healing. We've addressed the Wellness Collective and how you guys can come. And yeah, and we would like to hear
Yes.
your ways of addressing your like uncomfortable feelings or
Yeah,
things
your
that you your
strategies,
strategies and
all of those different things that are
yeah.
helping you along your journey that you find
Yeah,
helpful.
we would love for you to put them in the comments.
Yeah. Like I know somebody who like will go like running and jogging regularly.
Oh yeah,
I'm also an individual who will walk outside in grass just to feel grounded and connected to the earth. I feel like that really helps me with my energy. So that's another one of the things that I do is just
I
like
just read
barefoot.
that somewhere. Where
Yeah.
did I just read that? That's your like a grounding
So
technique.
so powerful.
It's
Yeah.
so weird.
I just stand in the grass with my feet and
It's
I
funny
just
you said it when I just read it.
yeah. And I just like imagine like this beam of like light and then just like going through my body and then taking all like negativity feelings, all those different things, cleansing me with like light energy and like all my negative things just like flowing and being absorbed by the ground. And you just like imagine it going through.
That's
It's yeah.
amazing.
I don't know.
Maybe we'll go do that after the
Yeah.
Bills game.
Yeah, it's it and it
No, for
feels
real.
so good. Like we're humanity used to run around barefoot
Yeah,
and like connection to Mother Earth, to the earth is something in society now that has declined so much. And I think, and this is, there's, I don't have any articles or evidence back up, but this is just my personal thought. I think that's why we see a lot of people struggling,
yeah,
is we just don't have connection to to Mother Earth the way that we used to way long time ago,
right.
right?
Yeah.
So it's just, that's a tool that works for me, and I love to do that. Like it, and it just feels beautiful.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it and I'll let you guys know.
Yeah.
I'll post it on my page and then I'll tell you guys how it felt.
It just sucks what here when it snows. So
Oh
get
yeah.
out there,
Yeah, get out now.
later, give it
Or
a shot.
or go to Southern Ontario. Oh my gosh, I got off the plane and I was like, "Are you kidding me right now? It's plus 22 in where I live, and now I come here and it's like 0." I'm like, "What? What is this?"
Didn't even bring
Thunder Bay. Anyways, no, I brought a jacket. I brought a jacket at least.
yeah. All right.
Okay, bye everyone. Thank you for coming on this journey with us
Yeah.
and watching our episode. And we love you all.
Until next time.
Until next time, bye.